Hello and welcome to this podcast, which is titled Miracles of Prayers. In this podcast, we showcase prayers and how prayer can work wonders and miracles and signs and wonders in the life of anyone who can pray. Spirituality begins and ends in prayer. Prayer is the ability to communicate with the Creator and ask for whatever you desire. Prayer is desiring the things that you know you don't have physical ability and capability to get. When you see yourself in an overwhelming situation, then you need to pray. When you are faced with an impossible situation, you need to pray. When you have struggled and applied all the known professional way of solving problems and the problem persists, the only solution is prayer. When the professionals have come to your aid and yet they could not find a solution to the problem of your life, and you know the doctors have failed, all the other professionals have failed, you know there's only one thing, and that is prayer. Prayer is the only thing that can bring solution to that situation that professionals have failed. And that is why you need to pray. That is why everybody needs to pray. We need to pray because it seems as if God cannot do anything in this world for man until man prays. You see, it's a world that God gave to man. It's a world, when God created man, He said to man, be fruitful and multiply. Replenish the earth and subdue it and have dominion. You see, God wants man to replenish the earth, to subdue the earth and have dominion over all the earth. So when that is the power that God gave man. So when man begins to do anything that he wants to do and gets stuck, he needs divine assistance. He needs divine help. He needs help from above. And now he must pray. This is the reason Psalm 121 says, I'm going to look up unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from God who made the heavens and the earth. God gave man several ability to do almost anything. But God knows that man will get to a point where his ability cannot produce what he desires. At such a time, man needs God's intervention. And that's why we need to pray. You see, you may be a professional, maybe you are a scientist, or you are a doctor, or you are a lawyer, you know what to do. But many professionals get to a point in their lives when they don't even know what to do anymore. That is the time you need to pray. When you pray, you are going to find out that there is another intelligence that is going to show you, the way out of the quagmire and the problem that you found yourself. Prayer is important. You see, prayer does not have to be religious. Prayer does not have to be done in a church. Prayer can be done in the house. It can be done while you are walking on the street. Prayer does not have to be loud. But prayer must just come from your heart, and it's more effective when you speak it with your mouth. And speaking it with your mouth, it doesn't have to be out loud for the next person close to you to hear what you are saying. But you see, prayer is effective when you speak it, when you express it in verbal or in words. You see? So when you go and you meet a difficult situation, you need to pray. When you meet a situation where it looks impossible, you need to pray. When you meet with a confusing situation, you need to pray. When things are not going your way, you need to pray. And you see, the good thing about it is that when things are going good for you, you still need to pray, because several times things have gone good for some people, and it went from good to bad, and it went from bad to worse. That is why you need to pray. Because you have seen people who are once very rich, and now they became so poor. You see, that's why you need to pray when things are going good for you. Because the fact that things are going good for you today does not mean that things will continue to go good for you. That's why you need to pray. And when things are going bad for you, you are so poor, no money, nothing. We have seen people who are once so poor that they could not afford to even pay their house rent. They live in the shack. Through prayer, some of these people have become so rich because they prayed. Prayer is seeking the help of the divine. Prayer is seeking the help of forces that are more than the forces of this world. Prayer is seeking the help of God. And let me tell you, prayer never fails. When you seek the help of a man may fail you, but seeking the help of God, if you seek the help of God with all your heart in faith, He will always help you. God never says no to anyone who seeks His help. The only reason why some people think that when they pray, their prayer is not answered is that they are not praying the right way. They are not praying with faith. There is a prayer of faith. This prayer of faith never gets a no. You have to understand. This is a word this morning that God asked me to speak to you. And I know you have heard. Thank you for listening. Please rebroadcast this. Share this with your friends on Twitter. Let them know that they can pray. You don't have to be religious to be a prayer person. You don't have to be a religious person to pray. Just that if you really want to pray, you need to know God. You need to know that God is not just your God, but is also your Father. This is it. Rebroadcast this to your friends. God will bless you for doing that. Thank you so much for listening. Once again, my name is Joseph Adenuga. I'm the pastor of Prevailing Church of Christ, Springs, Johannesburg, South Africa. Signing out right now and saying to you, be blessed and remain blessed.